During the 4 weeks of the capstone project, I wanted to make something that could track speed. The motivation for this idea came from baseball. Baseball is a sport in where speed is used in every aspect of the game, from running, throwing, hitting, and pitching. But how does knowing this speed help? As a hitter, knowing how fast the pitcher is throwing can be the difference between a hit or a miss. So knowing the speed of how fast the pitcher is throwing can help us time when the ball reaches the plate, which would then get us ready to know when we would have to swing the bat to meet the ball at the right time to hit it. As a pitcher, knowing how fast you're throwing can help you train, as if you want to throw harder, you can train with heavier weights. Also, knowing your speed can make you throw faster as a mental thing. For example, if you're throwing 59 miles per hour and want to reach 60 miles per hour, having the information that you're throwing just under 60 miles per hour can motivate you to throw harder and break the 60 mile per hour barrier. So to build something that would track the speed of an object going from one point to another, I have chosen to use a photocell sensor and an LCD display. A photocell sensor detects how much light is shining at it, so when there's no light the sensor will read at 0. When there's a lot of light shining at it, it will read at 1023. The LCD display is used so that we can see how fast the ball went from one point to another, instead of reading it from the computer. I also use resistors so that it will control how much electrical current will flow through. This demonstrates a sequence, as the hashtag includes are above the void setup, but if they are below, the code wouldn't work. These are the variables, as it tells us which pin is what and sets limits. This demonstrates a conditional because the LCD display will print what depending on the time it takes for the ball to get from one place to another. This demonstrates an iteration because it runs over and over without being needed to re-upload. So when the first sensor detects less light, it will start a timer. Then when the second light detects less light, the timer will end. So to get the speed of the ball, it would be distance divided by time. The answer will then get displayed on the LCD. So for this project to work, we need it to be completely dark, and the ball must go through the two sensors. So in the future, I need to make something that does not rely on light, as playing baseball in the dark will not be possible without seeing the ball.